Have you ever noticed this? Some people don't just accept the world as it is. They pause. They question. They feel slightly uncomfortable with easy answers. And here's the strange part. The questions they ask don't sound loud or impressive. They sound quiet, deep, almost unsettling. Psychology shows that extremely high IQ individuals don't think faster. They think deeper. And it often shows up in the kinds of questions they ask, especially when no one is watching. So if you've ever caught yourself asking questions like these, you might be wired very differently. Here are the questions only extremely high IQ people tend to ask, and the psychology behind why. Why do I believe this, and who taught me to? Most people defend their beliefs. High IQ minds investigate them. They question their opinions, values, even moral rules they've followed for years. Not because they're confused, but because they're self-aware. Psychology links this to metacognition, the ability to think about your own thinking. Highly intelligent people don't just ask what they believe, they ask why. They understand that beliefs are often inherited, not chosen. Culture, family, trauma, authority. And that question quietly rewires the mind. What if I'm wrong? This question scares most people because being wrong feels like failure. But high IQ individuals ask this constantly. Research shows intelligent minds are more open to cognitive flexibility, the ability to update beliefs when new evidence appears. They don't cling to being right, they cling to being accurate. That's why they change opinions more often, not from weakness, but from intellectual honesty. If you ask this question often, it means your ego doesn't control your thinking. What problem am I avoiding by distracting myself? Most people ask, how do I relax more? High IQ minds ask something darker. They notice their scrolling habits, their sudden busyness, their constant noise. Psychology calls this avoidance coping, using distraction to escape emotional discomfort. Highly intelligent people don't just distract themselves, they analyze the distraction. They ask, what emotion am I running from? Boredom? Fear? Uncertainty? That level of emotional insight is rare and uncomfortable. Does this make sense or just feel familiar? This question separates intelligence from conditioning. Humans love familiarity. The brain rewards it with comfort. But high IQ individuals challenge familiar ideas, routines, and social rules. They test them logically. This links to cognitive bias awareness, especially confirmation bias. They know the mind prefers agreement over truth, so they pause and ask, is this true or just repeated? That question alone can dismantle years of unconscious thinking. How much of my personality is a response to my environment? Most people think their personality is fixed. High IQ minds see it as adaptive. They question whether their introversion, confidence, anger, or silence is natural or learned. Psychology explains this through personality plasticity and environmental conditioning. Highly intelligent individuals analyze how childhood, trauma, success, or rejection shaped them. And once you see that, you stop judging yourself and start understanding yourself. What am I optimizing for? Comfort or growth? This is a quiet but powerful question. High IQ people notice when life becomes too comfortable, too predictable, too safe. Psychology shows that intelligent minds are more sensitive to long-term reward evaluation. They sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term meaning. That's why they often choose solitude, or difficulty, or unconventional paths. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because stagnation feels worse. If no one was watching, would I still choose this? This question reveals true intelligence and emotional independence. Highly intelligent individuals separate internal values from social validation. They're less driven by applause. Psychology connects this to intrinsic motivation and low social comparison dependency. They ask this question before careers, relationships, even life goals. And when the answer is no, they walk away, even if it looks successful on the outside. What does this emotion want to teach me? Instead of suppressing emotions, high IQ minds listen to them. Anger becomes information. Sadness becomes data. Anxiety becomes a signal. This reflects high emotional intelligence, the ability to interpret emotions without being controlled by them. They don't ask, how do I stop feeling this? They ask, why is this here? That question turns emotion into insight. So here's the takeaway. Extremely high IQ people don't ask smarter questions to look intelligent. They ask them because their minds can't stop seeking clarity, meaning, and truth. And if these questions felt uncomfortably familiar, it's not coincidence. It means you're not just observing life, you're decoding it. If this made you feel understood, even a little, stay curious and subscribe for more psychology-backed insights that actually make you think.